Humility is a virtue. Something what I always learned from my father. ఎదిగే కొద్దీ ఒదగాలి. As we keep growing, we've got to humble ourselves more and more. I think my father taught me well. I think being in the position that I am in today gives me a little bit of that room to advise you on that. Then you have another area what I just spoke about, dealing with the MLAs. I think I've made myself quite clear that we just against say no to corruption, say no to looting, say no to illegal activities. The rest of the areas, let's take them together. Let's work together. Let's have an inclusive governance. The rest of the areas. That's explicitly explained. I think you'll do well with it. To bring about, as I said, the people should not sit tight. To bring about that, we've gone ahead and given our meaning, all of us together. And we are committed to it. This weekly off would entitle the situation where we would have to be recruiting probably 20%, 25% more police into the force. We will do it. It gives emotional wellness. Somebody takes a day off, spends that time with the family, it helps. It rejuvenates the person. This I strongly believe that it should be done. And then, God's grace, today we are implementing that. Please ensure that it is scrupulously followed. Pass a message to the lowest level of your department. Give them a break. Get in systems in place that scrupulously followed. The perception that police are biased, the perception that police are biased, especially this perception, especially if it is there in vulnerable sections, then I think we're doing a bad job. Especially these Dalits, these weaker sections, if these people develop this kind of a perception on police, then I think we utterly failed in our duty. Because these people have no voice. They're the poorest of the lot. These people have no voice. And if these people, if they feel that police are biased, then that is something that we need to seriously ponder. That is one thing what I ask you to just give it a little bit of thought. There in those sections, perception should change. In the police department also, have a reception area. Let's engage, even if it's going to mean recruiting people, we will recruit people. Have somebody in the front section. The moment somebody comes into the police department, let it be a reception area with a wonderful smile, receiving the complainant. It should be done. When somebody comes to lodge a complaint, it's out of distress that they're coming. It's not that, we're doing them a favor by taking the complaint. We're rendering our service. So it's very important that, you receive them well. With a smile, the receptionist receives them, have them seated. Then a police comes. How do you see in the Western world? A police comes, talks to them, understands them, then files the case. These kind of mechanisms should have to come in place. I think all of your youngsters, I think you can bring about this change, this transformation what was never there before. And I think Gautamanna also is wanting to bring about change, so I think they should be attempted. Friendly police. It's very important. And yesterday, while I was conversing with the collectors, I was mentioning about district portals. The district portals should document copies of FIRs, licenses, permissions given. All of these also should be made available in the district portals. The DPOs, the SDPOs, circle officers, SHOs should all be linked to this district portal, e-government system to ensure speed and transparency. Now, when we have, two things will happen by showing this kind of transparency. One, it will mount pressure on us to expedite the disposal of these cases. That's good. Two, it will showcase transparency. Now, both these things are very important.